All right, you're in the right place. I don't remember if I'm starting or you're starting, Betsy. What's the word today?
I think I'm starting. Welcome, everybody, to the daily antidote of song. I was just kind of waiting for all the faces to pop into the room. It's so exciting to see everybody today on this March 11th, where we're expecting snow tomorrow. It's supposed to be 60 degrees today and snow tomorrow in Washington, D.C. So that's interesting to say the least. But spring is coming, and welcome everybody to the Daily Antidote. Spring is coming, and ooh, I'm hearing a little bit of myself feeding back here. Um, so today is day 705 of the Daily Antidote of Song, and as we approach the end of the second full year of one song a day, and sometimes more than one song a day, every day since April the 6th, 2 years ago. We're getting pretty excited. And I'm especially excited to be guest hosting today on this Women's History Week and welcoming some wonderful guests who I had never met before, actually. I've seen them in the Daily Antidote, but I got to meet them up close and in person before we started. And we have Sandy O and Pat Humphreys of Emma's Revolution. And they are going to take us off this morning with some musical hellos. I'll say goodbye, but I'm going to let them say hello because it's going to be much more fun. So I'm handing it over to Sandy O and Pat Humphreys.
Thank you so much, Betsy. I'm Sandy O.
I'm Pat Humphreys.
And when we come on the Daily Antidote, we haven't been here all of the 705, but maybe a significant number of them, and we've been honored to be here. And we do like to sing hellos to you and for you. So we're going to sing that hello where
I
we
was just going to say, sorry, that some of you know us as Emma's Revolution.
That's
too,
right.
Just in case some of you were confused.
Yes. We're going to sing those hellos that say, one day more we see you, because it isn't more important than right now to recognize how important every one day is and our opportunity to be together. So here's how your part goes, or you can add harmonies. Oh,
Fascinating.
it's not going to work. Wow. Let's try it one more time.
Wow.
That's not how it goes. So here's how it goes. One
Day more we see you. One day more we see you. One day more we see you. One day more. One day more.
That part repeats.
One day more. One day more.
You keep that going.
One day more.
One day we see you and we get to sing with you here today.
One day more we
Say hello
see.
to the Facebook crowd. So glad to have you
One day
here.
more we see.
Let's welcome Betsy, who's our host today.
One
Jaden's
day
doing tech, and Nana is here, and we send love to Joe.
One day
I see Arlene in Berkeley. Hello.
more.
We see Susan in Seattle and Shari in New Hampshire too, and Sarah from Texas and Annette, and Mabel is there with a bear in Massachusetts.
One
Becky from
day
BC and
more
Brian
we
and Sheila in rainy Florida.
One
Bunny
day
in Boise and Danny and
we
Deborah in
see.
Kentucky. We still owe you a response to your email.
One day more
And Nancy in
we
Vermont and
see.
Susan in Cincinnati, and there's Cricket and Kate.
One
Kate is in
day
Charlottesville with Pat, and
more.
Carolyn's in Boise, and Kathy's in Virginia, and Kathy is in Albuquerque now. And Gary's here, and Jean in Pittsburgh, and Ann in Maryland. Ruth from across the pond in Birmingham, UK. Nancy's joining today, and Caroline in DC, and hello to Storm, and hello to Kathy in Cheyenne, the land of the Cheyenne. Hello to Jay, hello to Jenny in UK. Hello to Anne in Knoxville, and Ralph and Penny in Victoria. One day we'll see you in person. There's Fred in DC, there's Nancy in Berkeley, there's Kristen and Linda in Orcas Island. What a beautiful place. There's Anne in Nashville, there's Diane and Candace and Stephanie and Dan in Vienna, and Cliff in Vermont, and the Curly Tops. Let's wave to the Curly Tops, yeah. There's Kate and Nell and Susan and Hoda's in BC today. There's Dan in Vienna and Cliff in Vermont, and the Curly Tops again, and everybody's faces are coming up again. Let's see who's there. Susan and Gloria in Minnesota, and Aloysius and Sandy, and Ray and Bronwyn and Loriana, and Hildy and Susan, and Bob and Karen and Jane and Carol in San Francisco, and Phil and Susan in Southern, oh, I guess that's Oregon. That's gonna be my guess for today. And Tusi and Kat in Vermont, Amos and Kate and Steve and Michelle. Here we go singing together, you know we love to be with you. We love the opportunity to show that life is full of song and joy. Sometimes life is full of intensity. We're living that now. Every one day matters to me. Every one day matters for you and us to be here together now.
Oh, thank you so much for those wonderful hellos, and the wonderful message that we're here one day more, and let's just be thankful for that time we have together. And sorry I didn't say Emma's Revolution.
That's
But
okay.
that's thank you for saying it. Your name is right on the screen, and I'm just so excited that you're here today. And I don't have much more to say other than to say thank you to Carpe Diem Arts, as always, for hosting this wonderful program. And I'm just going to hand it over to you all to introduce your song. I understand it's called Refugee, and it's a song, original song that you have written. So I'm handing it to you to introduce the song, and I can't wait to sing it with you.
Thanks so much. Well, we wrote this song a number of years ago for an organization called the Refugee and Immigrant Women's Network down outside of Atlanta. And, you know, we're aware that this whole issue of refugee is so much in the forefront right now, with refugees pouring out of Ukraine into neighboring countries. But we're also aware that refugees continue to stream out of other war-torn places like Syria and Ethiopia and Palestine and other places around the world where there's still active conflict. So we're sending this out with love to all those people who are being forced to relocate and be separated from their families, with hope and prayers that they will one day be reunited. So it has a chorus part, but you have the lyrics in the chat, so you can sing any part of this. But I'll start it, and Sam will sing the chorus part, so you all know the easy part to come in, and then just join in wherever it feels comfortable.
So our parties, hear my voice.
Or hear my voice.
Or hear my voice.
Wherever your voice fits. Women in search of safety, children in need of food, struggling for our freedom, so I am a refugee. Women of hope and courage, living through poverty, fleeing from war and terror, so I am a refugee. I am a teacher, I am a worker, I am a woman, and I am a refugee. I am a mother, I am a daughter, and I am a sister, and I am a refugee. Fighting for education, speaking my native tongue, practicing my religion, so I am a refugee. Powerful and resilient, seeing my people through, sharing my truth and wisdom, so I am a refugee. I am a speaker, I am a dancer, I am a singer, and I am a refugee. I am a writer, I am a lawyer, I am a fighter, and I am a refugee. Women will come together, linking our destinies, guided by intuition, no longer a refugee. Women of strength and beauty, driven by faith and heart, moving our people forward, no longer a refugee. I am a builder, I am a seeker, I am a dreamer, and I am a refugee. I am a leader, I am a healer, I am the future, and I am a refugee. I am a leader, I am a healer, I am the future, and I am a refugee. Hear my voice.
Wow, that was just so incredible. It has so much on so many levels. It's hard to even know where to begin. I think recognizing that it's Women's History Month, it has so much in it that speaks to that theme. And you are women that have been singing for a long time together, and I'm just curious about sort of Women's History Month and this song and other things that you do. How do those things intersect for you?
Yeah, well, we wanted to pick this song because of what's going on in the world, but that concept has recently been so important to me, just sort of in thinking about my own personal history. And I'm from a Jewish family, and on my mother's side, my great-grandparents fled Ukraine. And I truthfully never was thinking of people just beyond my grandparents, the people in my family who I knew. And I had to really think about all of the people who've come before so that I could actually be here on the planet at this moment, in this time. And also a woman who I'm thinking of it right at the moment who came from a similar region of the world is the woman for whom we are named. And she was Emma Goldman. She was a famous and powerful speaker, writer, leader in the early 1900s. And we took our name from this story that came down about her through history. And I wanted to bring her name up because I saw in the room as I was singing names that our friend Candace Falk, Dr. Candace Falk, is here, who has been running the Emma Goldman archives for all these years to keep the women's history, the powerful political women's history of Emma Goldman alive. And so we're thrilled to see you in the room here with us, Candace. And we invite folks. Maybe Dr. Falk will put the link into the chat so that there you are. Maybe somebody could find that link. Maybe Jada might be able to. Emma Goldman Archives.
Is it called? It was called for years Emma Goldman Papers.
Oh, the Emma Goldman Papers. Forgive me.
That's right.
And that way you can find out a little bit more about this activist who inspired us with her activism for peace, for human rights, for women's rights, for the right to dance,
and for the right to free speech.
Yes.
She was our name came from a quote that was attributed to her, though she never actually spoke these words. But she's sadly in many circles best known for having danced at a party, and sort of shocked her colleagues into saying, somehow this was inconsistent with her image as a serious scholar and activist. And organizer, and her response, the part of her response that I know is that she said everyone has the right to free expression and to beautiful, radiant things, and it came down through history as her having said, in essence, if I can't dance, I don't want to be part of your revolution. And we think about our work as writers responding to things happening in the world, wars, all kinds of different things that are difficult sometimes for people to take in, and we understand our responsibility to tell the story, but also leave people with a sense of hope and a sense of purpose and possibility, and and remind them to take the opportunities to celebrate and to feel joy. It's really the motivating force that keeps us all going.
I think it's that's an amazing stories. That you talked about Ukraine initially and your heritage. I think it's very striking that that the refugees right now, the women and children, are the primary refugees that are fleeing, that are separating from their families and taking their children to safety, and often leaving their male partners, husbands or brothers or whomever, fathers, behind to fight. Although I think there are quite a lot. I heard a wonderful story the other day about some women that are using Facebook or chat rooms or something to kind of get messages across and get word about things that are happening. So there are many women staying behind, and many women that have become refugees as a part of this horrible conflict that's happening right now. It does have us all thinking about, like, where do our ancestors come from, and how is this sort of touching them through history, this horrible thing where wars happen and people have to flee their homeland. So your song just sort of touched on so many of those aspects. Thank you for sharing all those stories. I also heard that you have a new CD or CDs coming out or are available right now. Do you want to say anything about that?
Sure. We actually have 2 CDs that are coming out, and they're going to be in our hands like the end of this week. So for folks who ordered them ahead of time to help us raise the money to make these CDs, we're getting near. And there are 2 CDs. The first one is called Rooted, and it's songs that we wrote since our last CD, and most of them on the CD were written during this pandemic time, when we were literally rooted right here on the screen with you all for all of that time. And our second CD
is a celebration of mine and Sandy's 20 years writing and performing music together. We've known one another for longer than that, and we sang on and off for about 8 years before we started formally doing this together. But it's been 20 years. Actually, officially it was 2021, but it was complicated to work on out getting that all together during the pandemic. But it is that's the CD that is supposed to arrive within this next week. So we're very excited.
Yeah.
So that'll be that's a compilation of songs from all of our earlier CDs plus some new ones.
And you
Thank
can
you.
still
Right.
order them. There's your link. I'm sorry. You can still
Yeah.
order them. You can also still help us raise funds for it. Because the way the music business works is people know that sometimes they do the work and then we pay them when we raise the money. So please do join us. And we know that you're, of course, supporting folks in the Ukraine too. And if you need some music, come to us. If you need some music to keep you going.
Yeah, I see that there are many things posted in the chat about ways to help. And there's also information in the chat about your CDs. So all of that, there's just lots and lots of information. I think as a fellow singer, I always think of music as one of my most powerful forms of prayer. And whether you're Christian or any other religion or non-religion, I think prayer is universal. And I really feel like the way that we pray most powerfully is through singing and through music. So unless you have more that you want to add before we reprise, which I welcome you to add, I think we can sort of end with the full song again because it really has a lot of good power for this week.
I just wanted to note one thing that I noticed last night. Mark O'Connor, who is a wonderful fiddler from the U.S., something that literally struck a chord with him in this war that Ukraine is in is the power of music, and he reached out knowing that there are musicians throughout Ukraine that fled their homes with their instruments, and he was able to get in touch with one of those musicians. And then he also amassed violinists and fiddlers from around the world to play this one Ukrainian song, and he put them all together in a really, really powerful video. Actually, I just posted it on the Emma's Revolution site last night, so you can go to emmasrevolution.com and see this, but I'm sure it's also floating through the
You probably posted it on Facebook,
not
world. Not on our page.
Yeah, sorry, but yeah, it's on Facebook. Sorry, so go to our Facebook page.
Yeah.
And it's really, really moving to hear all these people play this Ukrainian melody from all around the world.
That's beautiful. I wanted to add something about Women's History Month, which is that women's history is everywhere. We just have to see it, recognize it, bring it forward, and name it. I don't know if you all maybe have heard this thing, but I used to play early music, but that's not the point of it. But just that there was a band, there was a group of 4 women singers, and they called themselves Anonymous 4. And the point was that anonymous, any of these things that came through history without a name attached, it's very possible that women wrote that. How would we know if women wrote it or women didn't write it? And of course, there are many women who had to write their novel or that compose their music under a male name. So we need to look for women's history, and having been together for 20 years, performing together, that's kind of ancient history in the music industry. That doesn't really happen. You don't last 20 years. So we feel like we can speak authoritatively as history and tell you that we are here and look for women everywhere and support women, the history that women are making right now.
There's also a great book called Anonymous Was a Woman, to see women through so much of our culture, because they've been buried. So we'd love to sing this song again with you all, and remembering those women who are carrying on and who have carried on for as long as there have been humans. They have carried on with the children and made sure that the next generation happens. Women in search of safety, children in need of food, struggling for our freedom, so I am a refugee. Women of hope and courage, living through poverty, fleeing from war and terror, so I am a refugee. I am a teacher, I am a worker. I am a woman. And I am a refugee. I am a mother. I am a daughter. I am a sister. And I am a refugee, fighting for education, speaking my native tongue, practicing my religion. So I am a refugee, powerful and resilient, seeing my people through, sharing my truth and wisdom. So I am a refugee. I am a speaker. I am a dancer. I am a singer. And I am a refugee. I am a writer. I am a lawyer. I am a fighter. And I am a refugee. Women will come together, linking our destinies, guided by intuition. No longer a refugee. Women of strength and beauty, driven by faith and heart, moving our people forward. No longer a refugee. I am a builder. I am a seeker. I am a dreamer. And I am a refugee. I am a leader. I am a healer. I am the future. And I am a refugee. I am a leader. I am a healer. I am the future. And I am a refugee. Hear my voice.
Ooh, thank you so much. I'm so glad I got to hear your voices and all of our voices twice today. So thank you so much to Emma's Revolution, Sandy O, and Pat Humphreys. Do look up their new CDs because you will want them. I know you will. And check out all of the many wonderful links for how to help with the situation in Ukraine. Many people need our help. And we're not there in person to help them, so look up the organizations that are doing good and getting food and shelter and other things to the refugees that are fleeing Ukraine. I'm going to say goodbyes, I think, at this point to everybody. I want to thank Emma's Revolution one more time for being here today. You have been fantastic. And my goodbyes will be nothing compared to your wonderful hellos. But thank you so much for singing hellos today. And thank you to Jaden and Joe, who is kind of hiding, but she's here with us today. Goodbye to Arlene in Berkeley and Susan in Seattle and Shari in New Hampshire and Sarah in Texas, Annette and Mabel in Massachusetts. Goodbye to Becky in British Columbia and Brian and Sheila in Florida. And farewell to Bonnie in Idaho and Delhi and Nancy in Vermont, Susan G. Cricket. Goodbye, Kate in Charlottesville and Carolyn and Kathy in Virginia and Kathleen in Albuquerque. See you later, Gary and Joan in Pittsburgh, Anne in Maryland, Ruth in Birmingham, Nancy and her wonderful cow picture, Caroline in DC, I'm here with you. Goodbye to Kath in Arapahoe and Jim in New York City, Jenny in Suffolk, Anne in Knoxville, Ralph and Penny in Victoria. Bye, Fred in DC, Nancy in Berkeley, Anne in Nashville, Kate in France. Hoda in British Columbia, Diane, bye-bye, and Jamie in Victoria, British Columbia, Kevin in New Hampshire, Storm, Susan in Tacoma Park, and Cliff in Vermont, and Curly Tops, bye-bye to you two, Sarah and Dan in Vienna, Bob and Candace and Linda, Stephanie in Michigan, Phil and Susan in Southern Oregon, Aloysius in Massachusetts, goodbye LMG, Suzanne and Jane and Carol and Kat and Amos, and I think I got to the end of my list. So goodbye to everyone, and thank you for being here on this 705th day of the Daily Antidote of Song. Thank you to Carpe Diem Arts for hosting this wonderful event. And that's all I have to say today. Farewell, and see you at the next Daily Antidote, hopefully.